Okay. Okay, how many of them see that assignment? What is that assignment?
Inventory.
Someone explain.
Like product name, price, and like value we have to add and show all the display of that.
Like it's like a common website.
And usually we need to do fetch the data. How many of them completed that? Okay, tomorrow I will be see that assignments. Okay, everyone kept that assignment tomorrow. Okay.
Sir, and also you didn't send the notes. You just yes.
Okay.
Even Thursday not student sent.
Yeah.
Thursday and
Thursday and Friday.
okay, Thursday I sent it. Friday only I didn't send that. Friday only I didn't send the notes. Huh?
This was file last year.
December 31st. Yeah. After that we see the prototypes. Yeah. Prototypes is the Friday class.
Even Thursday class, Wednesday class,
Wednesday class?
December 31st and first no notes.
Yes, December 30 only
Send them.
Okay, last class, what are the things we have covered?
Inheritance.
We didn't step into the inheritance.
Prototype, that is all the inheritance.
We can be implement inheritance by using prototypes.
Okay.
Okay, but we didn't see that inheritance.
See implemented.
We just implemented the things. How to use that prototypes. What is prototype? Why we need to use prototype? What is the use of the prototype?
Prototype is a trial version of. I mean, if you are talking about web pages, it's a trial version of web page. You will use it as a sandbox to check if there are any issues with the web
No,
page.
in the JavaScript objects, what is prototype?
We get all the methods.
PDF.
For that object, we get to get all the methods and access that actual methods. We can be use that prototypes. But what is the real use of prototype? Memory allocation. Yeah. If I need to copy the data to the another object, it consumes the memory.
Yes.
Okay. I have two objects. I need to collect all of that object into the single object mint. I need to use that rest or spread operator. Okay. Instead of using this, I just linked to the object and access the object via the one object. Okay. By using prototype, I can be able to link two objects. Okay. By linking those objects, I can be able to access that two object by using single object. Okay. That is the use of the prototype. Okay. Here. How we access the prototype in object, how we access the prototype in methods. Which keyword? In which object? For function?
Dot prototype.
Dot prototype. Okay. In that function, if I going to access by using dot prototype, what will be happen then?
It will print the function. Function line and code.
Create the copy of
Create the copy. How it will create that copy? In the function, we have seen that object in how to access the object values in that by using prototype. In the function, if I am going to declare the prototype, okay, what will be happening? Anyone tried that? I said three things have allows the prototype: array, object, and function. I didn't teach function. Anyone tried that to access the prototype of a function? Or anyone practice that prototypes? Everyone knows, like to access the prototypes, to get the prototype, we just need to create that. How do we access that? Okay, here I create the prototype for the experience by using education.prototype, and created that prototype for the experience. Okay, now I need to access means I just console that values. Okay, in the education I console that value company, it get the value from the experience and show that value. Okay, for the function, what will be happen here? If I am going to access the prototype of a function, what will be happen there? What are the things inside that function?
That will
Hmm?
compress and CDI.
Is here.
Will show the output.
Which one?
The function code.
Hmm?
The function code going to be executed.
What?
The function code going to be executed.
While I am accessing the prototype of a function.
No, while we call the function.
Here.
Well, I'm looking for the screen. It's not visible.
Okay. Okay. Here we are accessing by using that object only. Okay, we are creating that prototype using that object. Here I just say object dot prototype, means it will be gives that values. Okay, it will be give that what are the methods inside that constructor, that all the things are giving. While I am accessing that function, okay, what is that? What is native code? What is native code? See here, same like that, same like array and that other things, same like array and object and the functions. These all the things are allow the prototype. Okay, while I am accessing that array and the object, it gives that methods. Okay, if I am going to access that array means it gives that methods inside that array. Okay, what are the methods inside that constructor? That all the things will be given as output. While I am try to access that function keyword, why it is giving that like this? To The same native code gives in the output in the previous class for what? Hmm? Same thing same output is given for the another one thing also while we are accessing in the last class.
Object.
Object. Array it gives the methods. Okay, just we are going to access that values. It will be gives the native code. Okay. While I am trying to access that actual code, it will be gives the native code as a output. Okay. Here for the function, see these all the things we don't declare in that code. Just to use array dot just declaring like any value like const object means here like that const array means by using that curly braces or square bracket we just gives that this is a object, this is a array. But for the function, while I need to declare that that is a function, I need to use that function keyword. Okay, here we are using inside that program, that's why it gives that native program. Okay, here if I am going to use that array dot okay, here I am going to use that method array dot push. Okay, here we are using that method inside here arrays method. Okay, array constructors method push. Okay, I am going to use here means it gives calling that native code. Same like that for the function keyword we are calling that native code. Okay, that's why it gives that response as a prototype as a native code. Okay, if I declare that value, okay, just to see, I declare that function. Okay, I just declare that one function, okay, and I try to access this function. Now what will be the output here? Now the output is, I just created the object, okay. Here, while I am trying to access that actual function, it gives that native code. But I created the object for that actual function here. Okay, by using that function keyword, I just create the object as a function one. Okay, now the object is created. I am trying to access that actual code by using that object. It gives that constructor and the object. Inside that object, we can see that all of the prototypes, functions prototype. Okay, so you understand the difference between the object and array and that function. So you understand what is the difference? What is the difference for accessing the prototype in the function and the array?
Now, if we are accessing the function directly, not like showing the native code.
Okay.
If we are creating an object of the function and we consoling that like we are accessing that function, then it will be show the functionality of that function, like constructor and the code.
See here, while I am accessing that object or array,
Yes.
it is going to create the object for the constructor.
Constructor.
Same like that in the function also it's going to create for the constructor, but it accessing that native code.
Yes.
Okay, in the function, for that function things, for the native code accessing things, we need to declare, while declaring that function, it's creating the constructor.
Constructor, yes.
Okay, it's declare this function as a constructor. Okay,
Yes.
okay, here see. See, if I am going to create, access that values, if I am going to access the properties, I mean prototypes, inside that any object means, it will be used like this.
Yes,
What are the object, what are the prototypes inside that, what are the, that things only gives, okay. But here, I am created that object for the function, okay, by using, I declare that function, that's it. I declare that function, after I am going to access that function prototype. That time it create an object. Inside that object, the function is a constructor.
Okay.
Okay, and the prototype is a, what are the things, what are the object inside that function that comes to the prototype. Okay, okay, so you understand. While I am accessing the prototype of a function, it gives the constructor and also the prototypes. Okay, inside the constructions, that also we can be seeing the prototype and then arguments and the caller. Inside the prototype, that same thing will be written, function.
Okay.
Okay, here I am going to access this functions means this code will be executed. Inside the prototype value will be executed. Okay, I understand for the functions only. For the functions only, the prototype is slightly different. Okay, previously if I am going to declare that prototype, if I am going to give the prototype values means it hold the prototype values only. Okay, not the constructor value, not the anything else values. It doesn't hold. If I am in the same code, I am giving that education prototype as a experience prototype, experience value. If the education prototypes values is holding that experience value, that's it. But here there is a two things. One is a constructor and another one is a object. Inside the constructor only there is a actual function calling is there. Okay. See, if I am giving like okay, giving the experience prototype value to the functions value. Okay, now see what will be the output here. See, it gives all those values, but also contain that object also. Okay. Okay. What is inheritance? In simple word, what is inheritance? Another class or the parent class. Okay, it owns the properties of the parent class. Okay, here same like that. The inheritance happens. We are using that prototypes. Okay, we need to just assign that values to the. We need to link that values. Link the in like Java. If I am going to connect that parent class and the child class means I am just created that value by using extend. Okay, there is one parent class. I just created by using extend keyword. Okay, but in that inheritance in JavaScript, we need to connect that prototypes. Okay, we can be able to create that function by using the parent class, but it won't connect with each other. I just need to assign the values. I need to integrate two things. Okay, I need to connect that two classes. Okay. Here just create one function. Function. Okay. What is this? What is this? Hmm? This is a keyword. What these three lines referring?
Referring to the
Hmm?
referring to
Here, this is a class. Okay. Sorry, this is a constructor. Okay.
yes.
Just assigning the values. I am giving that name and it's assigning that value to by using this keyword. That's it. Okay. Same like that. I need to create that. This is a parent class. Okay. I need to create child class.
So that is the constructor, not a class.
Hmm. Here we don't need that. Just use same like that parent. Okay. Okay. Now these two things were created. Okay. Parent and the child is created. If I need to create that method, okay, if I need to create any method inside the constructor, what things I need to do? By using the prototype, you can say, if there is one object, I need to give that values by use like here. This is a actual thing. Okay, this is a actual object assigned like that. I need to update that value. Then what are the things I need to do? I need to add the prototype. Okay, I need to add the prototype values. How I can add that prototype value here? Don't think this is a function. Don't think like that. This is a one object. I need to add one prototype object for this. Okay, how can I add that?
Maybe we need to change the name.
Why?
We need to access the name.
Why we need to change them? Just assume if it is an object. Okay, if there is one object like education, I need to give that experience as a prototype of it. How we give that? How we assign that prototype?
Anyone prototype
Hmm.
done.
Equal to dog, like that we assigned that previously for that object. Okay, if assign animal as an object and dog as an object, I need to give the data. I need to access the dog by using animal means we just assign that via prototype. Okay, but here I asked for create a one method. Okay, I need to give a one method here. Okay, for that thing I just use okay, assigning one function. Okay, here see animal.prototype means I am going to access this function.
Yes.
Okay, inside that prototype I create a one function called speak. Okay. Okay, have you understand what these three lines 8, 9, 10 what this saying? Have you understand? Okay. Just to console that animal value. Here see, while I am accessing the prototype, as usual it's created that object. Inside that object there is one function and the actual constructor. Okay. here if I remove means we have only that constructor only. Okay. Here see in the prototype of this function, what is that? That is also another one function creations only. Okay, it will be gives the same like how this function, how this animal function gives that value. Same thing will be gives in the speak. Okay. Now I am going to create this dog and this animal and link that those things. Okay, just by using. Okay. Here I am doing like here see in the dog I assigning the dog's prototype to the animals prototype. Okay, I just created that prototype. Here what is happening here, it is creating as an object. Okay, I just assign that object to the dog's prototype, and inside that there is a constructor for the dog. I assign this dog value, this dog's function to the this constructor value. Okay, that's it. Now see. See. See, previously it gives without I assign the constructor and the prototype things. What is giving? It's giving that object only. Okay, just giving that object value only it's giving. I just link that. Okay. Now I just use the prototype of an animal to the dog. Okay, and what checking that dog's prototype, it gives that animal's prototype. Okay, why? This is why I created that object. Okay, have you understand why we need to create that animal's functions value to the object and assign to the prototype? Okay, to giving that, to giving fully. Okay, this is also has been worked. Animal dot prototype. This is also assign that animal's prototype to the dog's prototype. Okay, but here it will be gives that same like that, speak only, but not fully connected. Okay, here it just gives this function. It gives the all the prototype things only to this dog's prototype. Okay, here just all of them are as a object. Here if I am creating this as a object means it convert whole things. Okay, it convert whole animal's values, whole animal constructor's value. Okay, that all the constructor values are considered as the object and assigning to the dog's prototype. Okay, do you understand or not? Can you understand or not? It's some difficult to understand everything. Because see, that initial step is we have been created two things. One is a parent class and another one is a child thing. Okay, in the child class we have just called that animal by using animal.call. This means it's referring the dog. Okay, here this means it's referring the dog class. The name is a property we have receiving from the dog class. Okay, just sending calling that animal class. For this thing is understand? Okay. After that we are going to create one function. Okay, just a function. Okay, for this constructor I am going to create a one function by using that prototype. Okay, by using that prototype means I just need to access the animal's prototype and creating that function. That's it. Okay, I just by the keyword of speak, by the variable of the speak, I am going to create that function inside the animal's prototype. Okay, I just created. Okay, whatever we writing here, that all can assign as a function, and we can be accessed by using the speak. Okay.
So my question is,
Hmm.
you have a parent class called animal
Hmm.
and a child class called dog.
Hmm.
But after the animal prototype speak,
Okay,
you
now see, I have two things only. Okay, I have two things. Only that animal function, and I created that function speak. Okay, if I am going to access means animal dot speak and gives that value like dog. Okay. Okay, here this is a prototype, no? Okay. Okay. Why this is undefined means here we are using this inside only. Okay, inside only means there is a no props is sending here. You just need to pass that image.
even now emotions are you didn't give any you gave dog. Right?
Okay, we will be see that. Okay, why it is not passing. Okay, we just make that executed. Okay, we just call that speak function. Okay.
No, my question was instead of animal.prototype.speak in brackets you have added dog, right? Instead of doing that without creating a dog function, I mean a child function, can't you directly declare animal prototype equals to object create, dog prototype equals to object create animal prototype?
See, instead of creating that animal prototype.
No, instead of creating a child class called dog,
Hmm.
can't you directly create a dog prototype? Because you are even now you are declaring a
Actually,
new
I
prototype.
just created the prototype. This prototype. Okay.
No, I'm talking about the ones that you changed into comments.
Okay.
In the last dog dot prototype equals to object dot create animal prototype. Instead of having a function dog,
Hmm.
can't you directly call in? Because if you go by species, there are lakhs of species. You can't define every single species to as a subclass.
Okay.
Because not everybody calls every needs
Okay.
every species.
Actually, in the JavaScript, we won't use that inheritance concept or anything. Just for the knowing purpose, we are. I just explaining that, and this is also a old method only. In the ECMAScript 6, we can be overcome these methods. Okay, it is more difficult to write because same like you said, I just created that one parent function and created the child function, and inside that I need to create that any prototypes. After that I need to link that those prototypes. Okay, this is a long process. To avoid that things in the ECMAScript 6, we can be able to overcome this also. Okay, how we have a synthetic sugar for that promises, we have using that async wait, same like that we can be overcome by using that ECMAScript 6 also. Okay, I'm just explaining this is a basic to create that two classes and link that by using the prototype. Okay, how we executing that by using prototype, I just explained. In that prototype keyword also we can't use it, we won't use it in that ECMAScript 6. Okay, actually that is the advanced level of the JavaScript methods, ECMAScript 6 all that. Okay, I just explained that REST and that object destructuring and that callback functions, arrow functions, that things I have been explained. After that, lot of the synthetic sugars in that ECMAScript 6. Okay, same like that in that HTML4. Okay, in the HTML5. See, what is the need of declaring the doc type as a HTML? What is the need of that?
Document type.
document type, we are going to set the browser, okay, this code all the HTML file, okay, we are just saying that browser, okay. For that, if declaring the document type HTML, this is in the HTML5 version only, okay. In that HTML4, if you are going to use the HTML4 means there are lot of issues in the document type. I need to write so many things. This meta, all those things are comes under the doc type only. Okay.
So you have to declare all of them as
Okay,
well, and then
I need to declare like if I am going to working on those, how to say, until the 18th line means 87 lines. I see how many lines in this code. In this code like for
425.
425. Okay, I need to add 425 lines. For that, in that doc type, I need to add 425 lines like the character level things. I need to add here to overcome that type of the HTML5 is came to, okay, that in the HTML5 we avoid that things. Same like that in that ECMAScript 6 we avoid this type of things. Okay, there is no need for this. Okay.
Then why we are just for the basic knowledge we are running this.
For the basic knowledge, what is happening behind that thing? Okay, the synthetic sugar means that a writing code may be differ. Okay, but in the back, in the base of the code, base of JavaScript execution, what is happening means this same code will be happen. Okay, this same code will be executed. Okay, see in that browser, it will be understand only ECMAScript 5 only. Okay, in that browser, it understand ECMAScript 5 codes only, not ECMAScript 6. Okay, in the React code also, this is all things come to the ECMAScript 6 only. Okay, everything is comes in the ECMAScript 6. While we are compiling that React.js code, okay, while we are compiling that, we have been using like white, Babel, and bundler. That things are the bundler things in that React code. Okay, what is mean by bundler? Bundler. Okay, see if I am going to execute any React program, okay, if I need to deploy that React program, I need to bundle that application. Okay, I need to take a build of the application. While I am taking that build, all those things, all the ECMAScript 6 are converted to the ECMAScript 5. How it will be happen means, it using that white, Babel, like the Webpack. These are the bundlers. Okay, in if I am going to use Webpack means, okay, just note that keyword in the JavaScript. We have been seeing that briefly. What is Webpack? What is white? We will be see that. Okay, if I am going to bundle that React.js code, okay, it see all of the code are in the correct manner. That is a ESLint. Okay, ECMAScript linting. That is means ECMAScript error finding. Okay, just ECMAScript lint means errors. Okay, in that code, what are the things are unstructured? It will be execute, but it is not in the correct structure. It will be say that. Okay, what are the codes are in not in the current ECMAScript 6 structure? It will be show in the ESLint. Okay, after that finishing that all of those linting issues, I am going to execute. I am going to bundle that React application means it collect all of those components. It collect all of those packages and convert into the single bundle. For converting this process, we have been using the white and the Webpack. Two things. If I am using Webpack means I need the Babel. Two things I need. Why? If I am going to use Webpack means I need Babel. Okay. What is the mean using of Babel means? It converting the JavaScript files. Okay, JavaScript ES6 files to ES6 5. Okay, 6 to 5. Okay, to understanding purpose of the browser, it convert all of them things. But in the white, it is the fastest. Are you guys know about Vue.js? Vue.js. VOE. Vue.js.
I hear about it.
Okay, that is a framework, front end framework. What is mean by framework and the library? What is the difference of this?
Library contains all the details of the
Hmm.
page. Framework is how the GUI should look. I mean,
What is the main difference of between them? Library and front end. By using that library also, we have been going to do same work. In the framework also, we are going to execute same thing. What is the difference between them? See, in that library, we are the owners. Okay, we are just saying these are the things I needed. I need to flexible. It is gives the flexibility, okay, to the user. But in the framework, it's not like that. In the framework, while we are designing that things, there is some structure. We need to follow that structures. Okay. See, in the Python, there is a in that C, there is we need to follow the structure. Okay, if the single how to say semicolon is missing means all those codes will be gives the error. But in the Python, there is a no need of a semicolon, there is a no need of the structure. We just write it down, all of them things. Okay, that's the only one thing make error means that's the indent error. Okay, in that Python. But in the JavaScript, that nothing is needed. All of them are giving error for that data mapping, data is undefined. Like most of them are giving that type of errors only, and we need to follow some syntax. Okay, that curly braces and open bracket and close bracket, that things only we need to follow in the JavaScript. Okay, there is a no indent, no errors like that things that not in the JavaScript.
The libraries are customizable and flexible.
Libraries are customizable and flexible. But in that library frameworks, we need to follow that framework. The Vue.js is also a framework only. Okay, that is a lightest and the fastest than React.js. Okay, that is fastest and lightest than the React.js, but it is the framework.
React.js is library.
React.js is the library. Okay, here see what is the difference between them is in that React.js we can be use that Webpack, we can be able to use that Babel and white. Okay, but in that that things Vue.js we can't use that Babel or Webpack. We can only use that white. Okay, white only we can be use. Okay, white means that is also a one bundler. It convert all of the ECMAScript 6 to 5. That's it. Okay, here that all things it can be able to build. It can be able to also work as a bundler. Okay, build and bundler is slightly different. Build means we are going to create application by using all of this code. Bundler means it's going to convert the ECMAScript. Okay, how the Babel and Webpack do same thing. The white single things it's going to execute. Okay, we in that after that React.js session we going to see that testing. Okay, this testing also going to happen execute by using that white only. We are writing the white test only. Okay, in that white it that's a package that support the testing also, that supports the work as a bundler also, and also that converting to ECMAScript to 6 to 5. Okay, all those things are combined and done by using that white. But in the if we are going to use the Webpack, if we are going to use that Babel, that's slightly different. We need to use different things for the different type of executions. Okay. Okay, here in that function, I just created the prototype function inside that function. Okay, that's it. If that is for the animal only, if I am going to link this dog and that if I am going to link that dog and then also that animal means I need to create that object. Okay, I need to declare that I need to assign that object of animal to the dog's prototype. After that declaring the dogs prototype, I just convert these things. Okay, I just create the constructor of a dog to the dog prototype constructor. Now see inside that animal, what are the things? Inside that animals, the constructor is the animal.
Yes.
Okay, I just need to define that for that animal also that constructor is animal, and also the dog also the constructor is animal, means there is a no inheritance happen here.
Yes.
Okay, here I just declaring like two things. Just mapping those two things only is happening, but there is a no use of the dog's constructor. Dog constructor is hidden here. Okay, I need to just assign the dog's constructor here. That's it. Now it will be constructor is a dog. Inside of that, the prototype is animal. Okay, inside of that, the constructor is dog, and inside like this, we can be able to access this peak. Okay, where is the peak? Inside we go, it goes like that only. See, inside the dog, there is a one prototype speak. Okay. Hey, you understand these two lines? Okay. We initially, if we are going to give that animal, link that animal and the dog means, it will be gives like this, Just assigning the dog's prototype to the animal prototype, it will be happen. But it's overlap the constructor also. What is mean by constructor here? It's defining its own property. In the function, constructor means own property of the function. Okay. Here, while assigning this, it's creating that own property of animal. Okay. And I need to define the constructor here for the dog. I just created the dog, assigning the dog's value to the dog's property constructor. Okay. After that, I just print that prototype, means it contains that dog's constructor. Inside the dog's constructor, the prototype is an animal's prototype. Inside that, we can be access that speak. Okay. Okay. Now I am going to execute that, and we can be add constructor for the dog also. Okay. Now, okay, here this is a constructor. Okay, if I am going to access the constructor means what thing I need to do? These two things are constructor only. Okay, if I need to access the constructor, in any language I need to access a constructor means what things I need to do? Creating the object. Okay, by using that object I can be able to access that constructor.
So how we will get to know that the animal is the constructor? Like we don't have the class, so how could we?
Here, see, this value is only assigning by using this keyword.
This keyword.
Okay, nothing is happening here.
Okay.
Okay, in this function you see, it's logging that value, fetching that value and logging that, and giving that in that output. Okay, what is the use of constructor? Just initializing that value. Okay, here two things are just initializing. Here it is initializing the name. Here it is initializing that parent class.
Parent class.
Okay. Here I just created that this thing. How to say? Constructor. Okay. My object is dog, and here I declare that dog's name is as Rex. Okay. And I am just going to do to call two things. Okay. One is a speak and another is a drag. And speak is from the animal class. That is a parent class. And drag is from the child class. Okay. Now, so anyone tell why it's previously used that undefined? Previously I called that animal.
Yes.
That gives the undefined. Why? I tried to access that values, it gives that undefined.
We didn't give any object.
Yeah. Without object, I try to create that, access that values. That's why it gives that undefined. Okay. If I am going to create the object here for animal, means okay. I just create that cat for that cat object for the animal. Here dog, I just create that dog object for that child class. Okay. Is it possible to access that drag here by using that parent class object? Okay, see. Okay. Here I done two things. One is I created the object for the parent class and another one is for the child class. Okay. And here I just access two things. This is from the child class and this is from the parent class I access. And by using the parent class object, I access that parent class method only. Okay, it is possible to access that child class method by using parent class. It's possible or not?
Child method.
See here, I just access two things: speak and brag. Okay.
Yes.
Here I just access speak only. It is possible to access that brag. Why?
Because it is
Because
from child class, it's from a different child.
speak from side.
Child class can access the parent class, but
Yeah.
parent class cannot access child.
Yeah, parent class has its own property only. Child class has its parent's property also. Okay, that's it. Okay. To execute the inheritance by using JavaScript, in the previous ECMAScript 5, we need to follow this type of things. Okay. To avoid that ECMAScript, in the ECMAScript 5, 6, there is a clean syntax, same like a Java. See, here I just create that class. Okay. Inside that class of animal, I just create the method, function, speak function. Okay. And I just create that
Outbound extension.
child. Okay. By using same keyword extend. After that, I just create that object and access that. Okay. This is same syntax like in the Java. Okay. By using the same syntax, we can be used in the ECMAScript 6. That's it. If I am going to do like that, in the behind the scene, it going to create that prototype for that parent class. After that parent class, assign that child class prototype to the parent class. After that, it's create the object for the parent class. After that, it's assigning that constructor into the child class. This all the things are combined in the simple code. Okay, in the ECMAScript.
So the prototype is from ECMA code, PS4.
ES5.
5 years. So still the JavaScript supports it.
Yeah. See, the function is in the ECMAScript 5 only. ECMAScript 5 or 4 only. Okay. Still the function is working in the JavaScript. That is a advanced. See, what is the synthetic sugar? That means make the code concise. Okay, I can be go with the function also. I can be go with the arrow function also. That's it. Same like that. If you want to implement by using prototype means you go with that type. You want inheritance by using class and extend means you can be go with this type. Okay, that's it. Okay. Any doubt in that inheritance? Anyone tell about fetch APIs? We have been used in promises fetch. What are the things can be do with the fetch?
Retrieve data.
Okay, retrieve data, then
You can display it, you can use it to create your own.
only we can retrieve the data by using fetch.
No, you can like access the data also.
Access the data means
It's taking the data from the user.
taking the data from the user. Means
Like the input data.
like that input data we can be get that by using form. Update. Yeah, we can be do that methods like update and delete the data. Okay, and create new data. This all the things can be do with the fetch of. Okay, what is fetch of? Fetch of is a function or nothing else. Function fetch of is also one promise. Okay, in that fetch of we can give that one API. By that API URL we are going to inside that method we need to declare. If it is a post means it going to create new data. If it is put means it going to update the existing data. Okay. If it is a patch means also it's going to update the specific field. Okay. If it is delete means in method it is means delete means it's going to delete that entire data. That's it. Okay. Now we came to how many of them read that understand that assignment I given that. Hey, you understand that assignment? How to do that? What are the things in that assignment to do?
Fetching the data from the
Fetching the data from the API, then
creating the inventory table.
inventory table, then
Storing the data
storing the data means
inside the table.
inside the local storage we need to store the data and show in that table. Okay. After that, allow the user to create the new data and update in the table. Okay. If it is possible, you can be create the analytics table. Okay. That is not needed for now for the implementing the JavaScript. Fetch the data, store in the local storage, and update the data by using user. Get the all of them data. Okay. Get all of the data and update in the UA. Okay.
Yes, sir. What is the nav and main and footer, the tag which you have specified in that?
Okay, say what is nav, what is footer, what is header.
Footer means
In the HTML class only.
yeah.
Okay. What is the use of using nav, header, footer, and section? What is the use of?
Navigation.
Which is constant in the top.
Yeah.
Is constant in the top. Actually, that is a semantic HTML. Okay. Semantic means this gives the proper look to the HTML code. Okay. In the for the navigation, which tag I going to use?
Nav.
Nav is the actual tag.
Navigation.
I need to go to the another website or another page. Which tag I am going to use?
Link.
Hyperlink. That is anchor tag. Okay. Inside the nav, I am going to declare that this all the tags are containing anchor tag. Okay. In the header, this is the header part of the my page. Okay. In the header section, I need to add something like that. Instead of using everything as a div tag, I am using that header, footer, section, nav bar, aside. Okay, this type of things I am going to use. That's it. Okay, in the previous way, we are going to write any HTML code means we need to do like that. Every div, I need to give that div class name and ID name, and by the ID name and the class name, I can able to understand which part this is. Okay, in the semantic HTML, by the header means I'm going to declare this. This is a header. Okay, here in the VS Studio Code, this is a header, and this is a navigation bar for the files, and this is a my section, and this is a footer. Like that, we are just saying to the, if I am not only going to work on the HTML file, okay, in that company, if I am going to do any work means I am not only person to work on those things. I am not only person to change that things. Okay, if a new person came means for that person I am declaring showing that this is a header things, this is a navigation things. That's it. Okay. Okay. Okay, just use that object destructuring also. If it possible, use that rest also. Rest and we should need to use that rest and spread. Okay, you need to use rest and spread and that object destructuring. Okay, and that must be used arrow functions only for the assignment. Okay, must use arrow functions only, rest and spread, and that another one thing, object destructuring. Okay, don't use like product.id, product.date name, like that don't use. Just use that type of a things. After that, updating data. Okay, you need to just
Sir, and one more question I have. Sir, database we should be using that.
no.
Mentioned
We are just using fetch the data from that API. Okay, just to store all of the data in that local storage. That's it. It is possible or not to store the data? It's possible only. Just assigning one key, and based on the key, access the data. Okay, and update also do like that only. Okay. Then okay, see, I just do with the GPT only. Okay, see here, I need this type of things. Okay, this is enough. In this side, that table is showing all the product name, price, category, all of things are showing here. Okay, in here I need to add that product. Okay, and clear storage means you need to clear that local storage. Okay, and refresh data means you need to fetch that data another one time. Okay, do you understand? If I am clicking clear me in the initial I am loading this page means you need to fetch all of the data. Okay, if I am clicking clear storage means you need to clear that local storage. All of the data are need to clear. If I am clicking that refresh data means you need to refetch the data, recall that API. Okay, and here if I need to add means you can able to add this data. Okay, that's it. That's enough. And this all the things are must. See, total product, total inventory value, low stock items, and categories. This thing is must. Okay, how to do that? Total inventory value. How to do that? I have a set of values. I need to calculate the total value. How to do that?
You take in individually and you use a loop.
Which loop?
calculate all the value. Total product, sum of total product.
How to do that?
Using
Using? That is the easiest method only. Okay, I have a set of values. Okay, I need to calculate all of those values. Okay, I need to calculate means I need to I need a sum of value in the set of value. What thing I need to do in all the set means it in the list one. Okay, I have a list of values. I need to need the sum of values. Just to use the array methods. Okay, don't write any other like other loops, anything else. Okay, don't write that. Just to use the array methods. Okay, and by the array method just implement. Okay, just to use all of the concepts and say the concept, which concept is I used here, which concept is used, here I used the object destructuring, here I used that arrow functions, like that say. Okay, total 15 classes of JavaScript. Okay, use all of the try to use all of them.
Like if we go wrong, then what? If you go wrong, so then what? Like the logic is different.
The logic is difference means I give the less point, I reduce the points only. Okay, this is a actually this is a capstone project. You assume like that only. Okay, for the JavaScript, CSS and HTML, this is a capstone project. You need to complete it tomorrow. Today is the last date. Okay, yesterday I say put it in that above like that, 12 like that I put that. Okay, take one day extra. Done it. After that we are going to see that React.js. So done it. Okay. Thank you guys.
Sir, please share.
I will be sharing.
We don't have video access, right? So all the things are uploaded.
We will submit in that YouTube channel.
Some basic sonar coding maybe.
Oh wait,
Wait. Yeah, guys.
wait.
Stop.